20 years ago, I had an intense experience at the dentist. I had incredible anxiety over a procedure I was getting. And I want to share the one thing that helped me with that the most. And it has come back again and again and again in times of anxiety to basically save me from my heart palpitations and my anxious thoughts and the sweating and everything that goes with it, all that discomfort that goes with it. Breath and yoga. I'm going to share a specific breathing technique that helped me with that anxious moment sitting in that dentist chair when this kind of spontaneous anxiety arose within me that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't anxious before. I hadn't really had that experience before, but for some reason, it really hit me at that moment sitting in the dentist chair 20 years ago. And I used this breathing technique called Cadence breathing. And there's something that also I developed later on that goes so well with it. And I'll share that in a minute. But Cadence breathing is 5 and 5 breath or a 6 and 6 breath. It's a rhythmic breathing style. It sounds so easy, but it actually isn't. To be able to breathe rhythmically like that takes pure concentration and awareness. And it's that very gem, the pure consciousness and awareness, will sustain you through the process and keep you connected to the moment instead of letting your mind run off in the direction of anxiety. So you breathe for 5 seconds and you inhale for 5 and then you exhale for 5, or you inhale for 6 and you exhale for 6. Now the second thing, here's the tip. Besides the breathing, there's a somatic technique that you can use called tapping. And I combined these two in my desperation to deal with my anxiety around going to the dentist. But you could, if you have anxiety flying in a plane or driving, maybe because you were in an accident or you were going to give a big presentation or anything like that, doctor's visit, anything that brings anxiety, this can really help. So this tapping technique, basically I used my 2 fingers, my peace fingers of my left hand, and I would tap my left hand, my fingers on my thigh. Now, the reason I use my left hand is it's my non-dominant hand. And the left hand is connected to the right brain. And the right brain is your yin, kind of open, creative, moon-like quality of the mind. The left brain, which is connected to your right hand, is more of your linear, logical, thinking, driven, striving type of brain. Using my right brain connected to my left hand and tapping in a rhythmic way on my thigh helped, along with the cadence breathing, to decrease my heart rate, to decrease the sweating, to feel grounded, and to get in a embodied, rhythmic, grounding sense of self, rather than an anxious, upper chest breathing, hyperventilation, high anxiety, fast heart rate self. So I was able to shift from one state to the next state, and it actually happened pretty quickly. Now later on, I realized that practicing this kind of breathing when you're not anxious, right, is going to help a lot to pave the way for when you are anxious to be able to practice that kind of breathing and that tapping style when you really need it. So I wanted to share this with you because it's something that has helped me throughout my life. It is something I also teach in my breathing course, my 6-week breathing course, along with 17 other breathing techniques. Now, why do you need 17 others? Because sometimes certain breathing techniques don't work, and you need to find the one that fits you like a glove. And I use certain breathing techniques for certain things, like energizing myself when I wake up a little bit groggy and I don't feel like going to work and I'm feeling low energy, then I'll use a specific breathing technique. If I'm having a hard time going to sleep, then I'll use a different breathing technique. If I'm feeling anxious in the dentist chair, then I'll use a different technique. And they all have amazing benefits. They all take practice, and they also take knowledge of what each of them do and practice in your own body with how they affect you, because everyone's going to be a little bit different. This is why I created this 6-week breathing course. It's a self-paced course, and even the busiest person can get through the course quite easily in 6 weeks. All right, happy breathing, wishing you a life of calm and ease and self-care and self-love.